Alright, before we get too far along in the build, I do want to show you a technique, and that is removing the crown stem. On every movement, there is a way to release the crown and crown stem. That is typically called the detent or crown stem release. In your Esslinger kit, or if you don't have the kit, you would need a movement holder. The Esslinger kit includes this 8-in-1 movement holder. It's designed, as you can see by the different shapes on the sides, to hold different size movements. Now I think this side or the top side will work just fine. You're going to take the movement, put the date ring side down, lay it on your movement holder, and you want to tighten, oops, I'm loosening. You want to tighten the movement holder to the point where you can rest it there and just let gravity do the work in laying it on the movement holder. And then you go ahead and tighten. Until the movement is firmly gripped in the holder. And I've about got it. Okay, we're there. So the detent on the 8215, and I'm going to try to zoom into it, is going to be near the crown, like it would be on most movements. I'm going to zoom in for you. You can see here's our temporary crown and crown stem. Here is the detent, this little silver point here that I'm pointing to. Essentially what you're doing is you're pushing down on this and simultaneously pulling out the crown. On other movements, and I'll just show you just for the sake of showing you, here I have a 6497. It's a nice Coach de Genève, pretty movement. Can't wait to build a watch out of this one. This is the detent, and it's a screw, and you would just turn that screw a couple turns to release the crown and crown stem. You wouldn't completely unscrew it, but that's another story for another day. But those are the two main ways that you're going to get a crown out of a movement. Now the 8215 has this push style detent. You'll find that on a lot of quartz movements too. I'm going to zoom back out so you can kind of see the process. And what I want you to do, because this is going to become important later on in the video, is or later on in the instruction series, is removing the crown stem. It's not so important for the next step in our training, but it is important later on, and I want to show this to you while we still have the movement not on the dial or in the watch. So all you do is get out your optic visor, use the 2.5x magnification, or maybe none. I can do it with none. But what you're doing is you're pushing down on that detent. You're pulling out the crown. The reverse is true in getting it back in. You push down. You lightly, oops, push the crown back in. Being mindful that you're not touching the escapement wheel, or the balance wheel. There it is. Now I can move the crown to the various positions. Full in is winding. Next out, second position, date changing, although we're not displaying a date window on this watch, on our Series 1 watch. And then you pull out again, and that's time setting. So just want you to practice, get comfortable removing the crown and crown stem before you continue on with the video. Be careful as you're doing it not to scratch your rotor or the back of the movement, as this is what you're going to see once you put the movement in the case. And again, the detent, I'll focus in again just to show you one more time. Right near the crown, under this wheel you see exposed here, it's right there. That shiny silver piece is what I'm pushing on down to release the crown and crown stem. So good luck trying that out. Get real comfortable doing it. Do it 3 or 4 times. Be sure you've got it down before you proceed to the next video.